What is going on, everybody? We're back on it. One Piece episode 320. I was told to skip a chunk of episodes, so I did. The last, what was that, 18, 17? Hold on, what did we just, oh, so the 314, 315, 316. Those are the chunks we did before we skipped. I can't remember all 300 episodes off the top of my head, and because they're most recent, it stands out, but that might be one of the best triple cluster of episodes of the entire story so far. Over any of the fight scenes, over anything like that. The world building and characters and everything like that was pretty great. Last episode was interesting because we had the Shanks and Whitebeard meet up and them essentially addressing like, hey, Blackbeard is a problem and he's your problem. And kind of like, what are we gonna do about it? Slash, I know how great Ace is, but I don't think you should. It seems Ace has been charged with finding, capturing, and or killing Blackbeard. And from my interpretation, Ace is Whitebeard's second in command, like how Zoro is for Luffy. That's what I've got. Again, things could have been lost in translation. They were talking about first mate, second mate, or whatever they were saying, so who knows what got lost. But that's the interpretation I got. It makes me think, surely we're going to have a Ace versus Blackbeard, and I don't know how that's going to go. Again, this is the second time we've gotten mention of like a Hakai or a power scale aura system. That's the first time we've ever actually seen any of it in my opinion. I think, have we ever seen anybody address like, oh, you're giving off some aura, or like, hey, you guys need to get out of here, you won't even be able to stand in his presence type thing. So that was pretty dope to see. Is Whitebeard on life support? Like, is he not in his prime right now? Or is it part of whatever power system devil's fruit he has that he needs to be hooked up to? I don't know. It'll be interesting. Are we seeing him like on the downslope of his peak, or is it something to do with his abilities and powers that he's hooked up to the all the kind of the IVs? Shanks mentioned that I think, again, I could be wrong here, that he's battled Blackbeard and Whitebeard has battled Blackbeard. They've both taken scars from him. And has he escaped both times? So clearly Blackbeard is going to be an issue. Now, is he going to be an issue just for the world in general? Pirates, Navy, Warlords, Marines, all of it? Or is he just going to be a specific issue for the four pirate lords, essentially? Like, is he going to be their downfall because they won't come together and address him or handle it? Curious to see how that goes. Like, the Marines don't end up taking down the four pirate lords. It's Blackbeard that just slowly picks them off one by one. When they could have just banded together and snuffed it out. But it seems that Whitebeard does acknowledge it, but he's not too. I don't know. And again, I'm curious Shanks's feelings on, like, what is Ace to him? Does he just not want to see somebody waste their life? Or, since like he has the relationship with Luffy, when Luffy was young, I don't know when Ace up and left the area or the town they grew up in, but it wouldn't surprise me if he has a relationship with Ace as well, given he had a relationship with Luffy so young. So maybe he does have a care for Ace beyond like, hey, don't waste this young, promising pirate's life. Because he acknowledges that Ace is strong. When you can wield fire, you're pretty damn strong. But I have a feeling, I don't know. Ace just seems to be in a bad spot here. Because it's the classic anime setup of, we've seen Ace. He's strong as hell. At this point in the story, I'm pretty sure he could take our whole squad. At one time, not sure, but probably could. I don't see how they even get to touch him Now, of course, they could use their brains and smoke him out and blind him or do something crazy, but just thinking off the top of my head without like sitting there going through every detail, I think he could defeat Luffy, just Devil's Fruit ability alone, and then probably defeat the rest. And we've seen him do some wild shit just for the short time that he's been on screen, just the immense power of that fire. And you've had someone that's one of the top 4 pirates in the world even acknowledge, like, hey, he's strong. Also, he's Whitebeard's second in command, so, you know, he's got to have some power behind him. So you've built him up to be strong. How do you make Blackbeard seem like a threat? Have him kill Ace. I mean, how do you even... And then you get everybody's eyeballs like, oh, shit. Whitebeard's like, okay, we have a problem. Shanks is like, I told you so. Maybe that gets even Luffy in the business of wanting to hunt down Blackbeard. I don't know. There's a lot of moving pieces there. But yeah, the last 3 episodes have been great. I've been rambling about it for 6 minutes, just the last episode. And then his grandfather and the father. Again, those were great episodes. Probably my 3 favorites so far in the story. I'm curious to see where we go from here. I see the ships going. Now, I will say that I already saw some shit when I was getting past the opening. The animation on Sanji's face looked horrendous. And it sucks because I thought the quality bumped up in those 3 episodes. So if we peel it back down here, it's going to suck, but we'll see. Let's see. I was about to say, help. That crow's nest looked massive compared to what ours used to be. Weapons, he says. So is he going to put any of those special weapons in our ship? He's over here building like all these crazy shits over the past years. I want to see oh. Well, it's good to see that this whole thing is, I guess, mended their relationship. Oh, fish, man. It only took them drastic things to get this relationship back. The ship already looks like it's got some size to it compared to what we had. Yeah. It's just like the Tom shit all over again. You aided them. You'll never be ashamed of the ship you built. Yeah, it's just a ship. Yeah. Take pride in your craft. You can't help what it gets used for. And the thing is, like, it's the same thing what happened before. Like, they put him on trial for what he built with Roger, and he wasn't ashamed of it. We could use one of you, we could use one of you on our ship. You know, just for repairs and such. I liked his teen design more than the adult one. And can we also talk about, can I get the scientific breakdown of what he is and how he's able to survive and eat and have organ, or like what the hell's going on? Like what the hell? They've got some like late 80s electric soundtrack going on in the background right now. Like, I don't understand like how he like there's no organs in here, but he's still. Is this the spirit of a ship? Came to rescue him? Since my whole body became of no use, I rebuilt my body using iron scraps and escaped death. Huh. Like, does his brain still? Who knows? Hopefully they can just run Water 7 together now. Because didn't the people of the town, like his name was like in fear when they said it out loud when we first got there. Alright, I was waiting for them to address this. The Luffy Usopp situation. The man just doesn't get free passage on the ship. So show me something. I mean, of course, Luffy could be himself and just be like, what are you talking about? You're always a member of our crew. Usopp cries and he joins and that's it. But I actually want to see them have a substance of a conversation. Because before it was like, oh, we'll leave, Usopp. This is your ship, so here, we'll leave. Now it's, this is our ship, and you, remember, we're not part of the crew, so I want to see him, I want to see what he has to say. I want to see them have a conversation about what happened in their fights, and and then she just closes the window. Yeah. You're not getting out of this, man. You're gonna have to go in there and have a conversation. I really hope that they do. Because I want to see them address, like, I don't want to see them just brush it off. He wants to rejoin the gang, huh? Dang, I want some cold cola. Not for your little ass. Yeah, go ahead and get that cola up in you. Yeah, better not start. Don't start going crazy. The whole town's gonna think you're having a party again. Yeah, what's the... Is he gonna join the crew? Well, then what happens with everybody he's got here? Okay, he says he's not leaving. I feel like they're gonna say he should. I feel like they're gonna say he should. He should get out there, live his life, don't worry about us. Is that a hot dog with lettuce? What am I looking at here? That ship is looking great, though. It's looking very, like it's got some girth to it. They're really just out here with wooden mallets, by the way. Yeah, he's gonna join us. I'm curious, does he stay with us or what? Because that is his dream, like this ship. Like, there's no way he just lets that go. I'm feeling he's gonna join the squad. He'll be our little carpenter, our little shipwright that'll help any shippage, because it can't be his ass. That's for damn sure. If anything, he's been making it worse. I guess he's joining the squad. I'm curious what becomes of his like brothers on the island, like what they end up doing. Who knows? I'm sure Iceberg will look after him, or they'll end up joining the galley company or something along the lines. Dang, y'all could have helped if you want to sleep all night. Damn. Yeah, he's definitely going to join the squad. At least she's living life. I have a feeling we're coming up on the... Yep. About time to get on out of here. We don't even know where we're going, do we? Is there any plan for us at the moment? A paradise on the seabed. Oh shit. Fishman Island, that's triggering. That's PTSD. That's PTSD for some of us here. Yeah. Yeah, Nami's a little Remember when she was just like going at her arm? Good God. Are you sure about the beautiful mermaids? You see what one of them looks like here. Or dugong, or whatever you want to call her ass. Yeah. Are you sure about that? Fishman Island is our next journey, huh? They all have wanted bounties, huh? Oh, okay. I thought she was going to say, hey, look at the front page of the latest marine newspaper. All of their photos. The Devil's Triangle? Is this like the Bermuda Triangle type shit? Like you go through it, you don't come out? You're just lost forever? Hmm. Did we get an explanation on the ship that showed up to save Franky's life? What that was about? Skeletons that are alive, he says. True, where do the stories come from then if they all die? Who tells the stories? If everyone disappears. We'll be fine. She heard treasure. Look how badly Zoro's animated back there. Oh my god, that's terrible. At the 2013 mark, if you have a synced up episode, that is awful. Oh man. Oh. The ship's done. Of course we're not going to see it this episode. I thought it was going to be a while too, honestly. Yes, we got the news. Are they going to say take Franky with you? It's his dream boat. Yeah, I have a feeling, yeah. Oh, the bounty, the bounty, the bounties. Wow, all of them ended up getting on it. Sanji was waiting for his. Oh, wow, they're all wanted. 300 million for Luffy. What was he at before? 100, right? He was at 100, like around the Skypiea? Yeah, something slight. Cat burglar Nami. Something slight. 50? Bro, I find that on the ground at any rundown Grand Line pirate pub. Ooh. Nico, Miss Robin got some on her head. Oh! Why is this photo so bad? Blackfoot Sanji. I'm actually we'll talk about that after the episode ends. I think they want them to take Franky with you. Oh. I'm actually surprised how similar Sanji's and Nico Robin's bounty is, given what Nico Robin means to the government. I'm surprised they don't, like, do some John Wick shit. Like, put her at the highest bounty in the world. We want to make sure, like, if you've never even turned in someone before, you would do it for her. Yep. He's so upset. I love that for Sanji. I absolutely love that. Why do they disrespect my man Chopper like that, though? That's so disrespectful, though. Absolutely. Hold on. I'm trying to think. Was there a decent shot with, like, all the papers on the ground? He threw them. I wanted to see if we had, like, a scattered shot of them at the same time. So disrespectful to Chopper, by the way. Ooh, yep, that's the shot right there. Perfect. Three things that stood out about these bounties. Oh, we didn't see what Usopp's was. We never got a number. It just said he had one. Why are you disrespecting Chopper like that? They literally put a bounty on his head for 2 quarters. Like, hey, you guys got... If you guys need to pay for anything cheap, a piece of fruit or something, turn his ass in. It's so disrespectful. And... again, like I said, with Robin and Sanji's bounty being so close, you would think of how this Plutone shit's been built up to the moon and back. The ultimate weapon that could take down the world government if it ever came to surface was found or built. Somebody that could lead you there. You annihilated their entire island and anybody she might have a connection with. Don't you think you would want to make it a pressing matter? That, like, if there's any whispers of her whereabouts, where she might be, anything, I don't want people to even hesitate. I want it to be such an enticing bounty that even people that, like, have never thought about pirates or turning anybody in, like, it's such a crazy amount of money that, like, why not? You know, when, like, the lottery gets up to, like, 800 million, 900 million, like, you're someone that doesn't play the lottery, but it's like, shit, when the Powerball's at 1.2 billion, I'll go buy a ticket. So I feel like they should do that with Nico Robin's bounty. Have it so enticing that, like, you couldn't... a kid would turn that shit in, you know? Sanji's photo is absolutely ridiculous. I was expecting Zoro's to be a little bit higher. I can't remember what their last bounties were. I'm pretty sure Luffy's around, like, Skypiea running into Blackbeard type arc. He was around 100, or at 100. I can't remember what Zoro's was at before that. But dang, they're all wanted now. Yeah, they got a name. Well, they don't have a face of Usopp, so maybe that's a start. I mean, it's kind of hard to get out of the nose. And maybe they don't have an accurate picture of Sanji, but it's close enough. But yeah, that's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. Pretty solid episode. The art and animation wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. There was only maybe 1 or 2 shots. The rest of it was pretty fine. So Franky's going to join. I guess he's down. So does that handle every aspect then? We have a navigator. We have a cook. You don't necessarily need what Usopp provides, but I guess we have it. A sniper. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, functioning parts of a ship and a crew. You need someone to navigate that knows where they're going. You need someone that's able to make food. We need a medic, which we have. Reading glyphs and stuff like that is pretty decent with history and everything. So Robin, you know, we take that. Need a captain, so that puts Luffy in there. Do you necessarily need a sword? Like, even with Zoro, do you need a swordsman? Do you need a sniper? I guess you kind of add them, but you do need a shipwright. You need someone that's, you know, can repair and craft shit. So I think I'm trying to think, is there any other role that, like, is there any other possible crewmates that could be filled? Not that I can think of. I think we've got it covered, but maybe we'll get more crew members. Who knows? And then we've got Franky's bounty as well. What does that leave us with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That leaves us with 8 crew members. I'm really curious to see the scale of this ship. It looks like it's much, much bigger than what the Mary was. We'll go from there. Appreciate it, everybody. Like, share, subscribe as always.